So I would say probably Florida. And the guy also.
Because you know he does two shows a day. You know that, right?
No, he doesn't. Really?
Oh, yeah. He's got an FM show and he's got a Sirius satellite radio show because Sirius wouldn't give him a big enough raise or something, so he had to.
What is the Sirius show like Stern?
Yeah, he's just like Stern, only he's like a hillbilly version of Stern, and he's more into stuff we'd be into, like UFC and wrestling and things like that. But he's also got the FM show too to supplement his income. So he does two shows a day. He's on the radio like 8 hours a day. I want to say 7, 8 hours a day.
Wow, I didn't know that. No, I had no idea it was on F. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Imagine doing WZR 8 hours a day every day. Imagine.
I know. Dude, when we do those 3-hour shows and you come up in that third hour, man, by the time that third hour ends, I'm like, Jesus, man, I can only imagine 8 hours. 8 hours a day on the radio. Good God. All right, so back to Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle. Basically, as we noted that they've been, a couple since, I believe, the fall of last year. You brought up creative a little while ago where Kurt, basically wanted more creative power, and, that seems to be a little bit far-fetched. Kurt's wanted creative power for quite some time now, you know what I mean?
It makes sense, yeah. That's why I didn't not believe it, but I could believe that people think that because it definitely makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
I mean, even on TV, Kurt Angle walks around like he owns the place, like it's his company, like he's he's Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he's not.
Yeah. In an update from yesterday, Dixie Carter was in fact the one that basically told him to go and take some time off. There's been conflicting reports on that, whether Jeff took personal time off or if Dixie sent him home.
Yeah, wasn't Dixie supposedly pissed?
Dixie's heated. Dixie was heated.
Isn't that funny? Because there's all the I just not too long ago I downloaded the TNA's Greatest 50 Moments or something like that DVD, and it's not the first time I've heard her say it. I've heard her say it a lot of times that she talks about how great Jeff Jarrett is as a man, as a family man, as just a gentle, nice human being, and then this comes out and she immediately I love it. I love controversy.
It is crazy, man. It's not, I talked about it with Jose yesterday. It's not like it's two mid-card guys that obviously
the two top guys, yeah.
They would have been fired. I mean, if it was anybody else, if it was any guy on the mid-card level, they're gone. They're gone from that company.
Yep.
Bye-bye. And you've got Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett. Your two top names in that company besides who else? Sting, Booker T, Nash, those guys. But, I mean, Kurt Angle is your top star in that company, unless you, I guess you could say Sting, but as far as wrestling, overall.
But basically, in front of the camera, Kurt Angle's the main guy. Behind the camera, Jeff Jarrett's the main guy. And that's crazy that it would be those two. And Karen Angle, it's not like she's some stranger. She was a big deal on TNA TV for a while, too.
It's crazy. It is just a nutty, nutty story. And then, they just showed...
You know what it's like? Sorry to interrupt you for the 10,000th time tonight, but it reminded me of the old WWE storyline where it was Triple H and Stephanie were just beginning their on-air relationship, and Stephanie had a crush on Kurt Angle. Remember the incident where he's backstage after a match and he's like telling Stephanie, "You don't know how much I love you. You don't know how much I love you." And it was Kurt Angle for one, Triple H, a management kind of / wrestler guy like Jeff Jarrett. It's crazy. It's like real life now, though. It's weird.
I mean, it's nuts. I'm actually they put the call on YouTube, and it was taken down. I'll tell you what. We could take. This is only 6 minutes long. The caller that called into the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Mm-hmm. I could play this over the air right now.
Play 10 seconds, and then I'll tell you what it sounds like.
Well, I'm gonna put it up, and then just say something in the chat. You guys in the chat tell me how it sounds. But it's about 6 minutes long. This is the caller that called into Bubba the Love Sponge's radio show on last Wednesday, a week ago today. So here we go. You ready?
All righty.
James out of Orlando, you're on protection, James. Hi.
Hey, yeah, you got me on protection, yeah?
I got you on protection, yeah.
I just wanted to call you up and let you know, man. Karen Angle, I know you and Kurt are good friends. Karen Angle's not the person you think she is.
Hold on, Karen Angle's a good friend of mine as well. I'm friends with Kurt Angle. I'm friends with Karen Angle. I'm friends with, I had phone sex with Karen Angle. That chick's all right. Yeah, what's wrong with her?
Well, I don't think she's the type of person you think that she is, man. There's I work, well, I don't want to get into it too much, but she's actually living with Jeff Jarrett now. Her and the kids are living with Jeff Jarrett, and Dixie is.
Hold on. Whoa. Jeff Jarrett as in Jeff Jarrett. Well, first of all, her and Kurt, I think, are divorced. But you're talking about Jeff Jarrett as in like the wrestler, like the part owner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Dixie is upset, man. I mean, she's...
Yeah, Dixie Carter.
Yeah,
Dixie Carter. Well, we got to explain. First of all, so I don't necessarily believe that, first of all. I'd probably have to hear it from either Kurt, Karen, or Dixie herself if Dixie's in the mix. But secondly, Dixie Carter is the president and I think almost all owner of TNA Wrestling. And so, sir, what do you work close to the situation, or I mean?
I work on the lot for TNA. I don't want to say much more, anything more than that.
Well, now, what kind of, so how? Geez, as you can tell, I'm kind of locked up on the deal. First of all, so I don't know this to be true.
Oh, it's true.
And then, secondly, how in the hell could Kurt work with Jeff Jarrett if that's indeed the truth? Yeah, that would make the story sound off.
Well, I don't know how much longer Jeff Jarrett's going to be with TNA. And Dixie's upset. She's talking about buying him out or maybe firing him.
Wow. Now, is this a thing that's been just recent, or is it has it been long going, or how can I verify this, sir?
No, I can't say that this was happening when she was with Kurt, or that this led to divorce or anything. This is something I just personally found out about. As much as too much of the backstory as to how long it's been going on, I don't know. It's been going on for a little while, that's my understanding, but I do know that she is living with Jeff Jarrett now.
And the kids.
And the kids, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
I just said that gives you something to think about when you think about Karen Angle.
Sir, thank you for your call. But I got to hope and pray that this is not true. I have got to try to say that this is not true.
Yeah, I hope not.
I mean, she is hot, though, Spice. I will tell you that. She's smoking, but it's kind of a dick move on Jarrett.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Well, I mean. And then if Kurt's mad, well, maybe Kurt's not mad about it, though. Maybe he's like, I care less.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe the guy's making a bigger deal about it than.
Yeah, but even if Kurt doesn't care about it, there's still got to be a little piece of it, because I mean that's still pretty fresh. They didn't break up that long ago.
No, not at all. Hold on. Are you gonna call him? Yeah. I might as well call him.
He does have a big pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, TNA does got a big pay-per-view. Yeah, we got a guy named Matt Morgan coming into the studio. From TNA. He wrestles for TNA and Dixie. Matt Morgan. Why not call Kurt Angle? Right? I'm going to put him on the spot. Well, yeah, I'm going to put him on the spot big time, but,
That'd be a fun phone call to get.
Oh, I know. Hey,
Kurt, you're live on the air. Guess what I just heard?
What's that?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 41229.
Yes, look here, Bubba.
Bob, I heard your wife. Your ex-wife.
Tone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Kurt, it's Bubba the Love Sponge live on the air, and I just got a call from somebody that claims to work at the TNA lot over in Orlando that just made one huge allegation. So, I don't even know if I should say it on your voice. Should I say it? No, not on his voice. On his voicemail. Kurt, you got my number. You got my cell, a new 813 cell. Please call me ASAP. I just got to at least tell you what this guy, out of respect, I'm not going to tell you on your voicemail. I don't want you to be alarmed if you hear it, but it is very, very disturbing. Well, see, you can't throw that out there. And then what if you didn't get a hold of me?
All right, and we're back. Yeah, that is a little bit crazy, my man. A lot of people, the guy said his name was James, and everybody in the chat, it's BG James. Come on, guys. Do you really think...
It does sound like Jeremy Borash. Some people were saying that, too. When you hear it and you're trying to picture him while you hear that goofy voice, I could match it up.
I got an email.
And he's such a mark. He's such a mark, you could believe it's him, too,
Do you know that, all right, he put a picture up on his Twitter account a couple weeks ago of Daphne. She had a new tattoo. And I took it and I put it over on WZROnline.com. And I got an email from Jeremy. He says, take it down immediately, ASAP, da-da-da-da. I said, yes, sir, responded. And he responded back and was real cool about it. But I spoke to him last week through him. I don't know if it's...
I've never talked to him, but and I've never met him, so I have no reason to say it. I just don't like him. I don't like his voice. I don't like his face. Really, he's the announcer for the big matches in TNA, but his voice sucks. And if you're an announcer, I'm sorry, your voice is important. Some people might say, well, who cares? It's just his voice.